Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As parents, we've all likely experienced a time or two when a babysitter canceled right before we had to be to work. The same recently happened to the bold and the beautiful's Romy Park, Poppy, who had no other choice but to bring her two little fur babies to the studio. The CBS actress posted 2 photos and 2 videos of her kids and shared, "I prefer to not bring the puppies to the studio because I like to stay 100% focused on my work, and having the kids around divides my attention. But as my sitter canceled last minute, I didn't have time to make other arrangements." Needless to say, things turned out just fine. The pups didn't run off and chew up scripts or anything like that. Rather, they sat on their mama's lap while she got glammed up before taping scenes. I really appreciate all the love they got from everyone: hair, makeup, wardrobe, production office, the cast and crew, supervising producer, Casey Kasperzik, and some extra attention from Brad Bell. After thanking everyone for welcoming them so warmly and sharing how almost everyone commented on how well-behaved they were, Park relayed that the pups passed out immediately after arriving back home and added, "Set work is hard. It looks as though this instance of stuck between a rock and a hard place turned out just fine." For Park, her pups, and those who were able to spend time with them. In the high-octane world of the bold and the beautiful, fans have long marveled at the glamour, the drama, and the undeniable chemistry that unfolds on screen. But behind the flawless camera shots and scripted dialogue lies a world that is just as intense, and occasionally just as chaotic, as the storylines themselves. Recently, fans were treated to a candid revelation from Romy Park, who has quickly become one of the show's most intriguing new faces. In a surprising and endearingly human admission, Romy confessed they both passed out after just one day on the set. The moment has left fans both laughing and marveling at what really goes on behind the scenes at Forrester Creations. A new face on a legendary show. Romy Park, though relatively new to the world of daytime television, has already made waves for her fresh energy and compelling presence. Joining a cast that has been a staple of American soap opera for decades is no small feat, and Romy herself admitted to feeling the pressure from the very first moment she stepped onto the set. "It's exhilarating, honestly," she said during a recent interview. "But it's also a little terrifying. You know you're walking into history, into a world where every glance and every line carries weight." For Romy, the challenge was not only memorizing lines, but also keeping up with the fast-paced production schedule that The Bold and the Beautiful is famous for. Unlike primetime television, daytime soaps demand actors to adapt instantly, deliver flawless performances, and often handle emotionally charged scenes with little rehearsal time. "I thought I was prepared," Romy admitted, "but I had no idea what I was walking into." The infamous first day, the passed out incident occurred on what would go down in Romy's personal history as her first full day on set. According to her account, she and her co-star, who she describes only as a very sweet, very nervous counterpart, were thrown into a particularly grueling scene that required intense emotional depth, complex dialogue, and, unexpectedly, a physical stunt. "We were in this long, dramatic confrontation scene," Romy recalled, her eyes sparkling as she laughed at the memory. "It was hot, emotional, and incredibly taxing. By the end of the day, we were just completely wiped out. One moment we were acting, and the next, well, we both passed out." Fans might imagine a Hollywood-style fainting moment, with dramatic swoons and theatrical collapses. Romy's version, however, was both more relatable and more humorous. "It wasn't glamorous at all," she said. "We were sitting on the floor, trying to catch our breath, and it just hit us. The adrenaline, the heat, the emotions. It was like my body just said, 'Nope, not today.'" Behind the scenes, a day like no other. To understand how such a moment could happen, it's helpful to peek behind the camera. A typical day on The Bold and the Beautiful begins early, often around 6 a.m., with makeup, wardrobe, and script rehearsals. Actors spend hours getting into character, adjusting to lighting and camera angles, and performing multiple takes to satisfy the director's vision. Romy describes the pace as relentless but thrilling. One take leads into the next, and before you know it, hours have passed without you realizing it. You're emotionally drained but exhilarated at the same time. On that first day, I had never experienced anything like it in my life. It was intense in the best way, but also exhausting. It wasn't just the physical and emotional exertion that did them in. The heat on set, both literal and metaphorical, played a part. With lights blazing and cameras rolling, temperatures can soar, and combined with adrenaline, it can become a recipe for exhaustion. It's like running a marathon while simultaneously acting in a soap opera, Romy joked. Only the marathon never ends and the finish line keeps moving. The co-star connection. Part of what made Romy's first day so memorable, however, wasn't the scene itself. It was the shared experience with her co-star. "I think that's the thing people don't realize about working in soaps," she said. "You're not just performing, you're surviving together. There's this bond you form when you're both on the edge of collapse and still have to deliver." We were laughing, panicking, and then, at one point, just passed out together. While Romy is careful not to reveal the co-star's identity, she hints that the shared moment created an instant camaraderie that has helped both of them navigate the notoriously challenging environment of daytime television. "You don't get that anywhere else," she said. "It's a mix of adrenaline, fear, excitement, and sheer exhaustion. And when you survive it together, it's bonding in the most bizarre but wonderful way." From fainting to fan favorite. Fans were quick to respond to Romy's revelation. Social media lit up with comments ranging from amused to impressed. Many viewers found it refreshing to see a star of The Bold and the Beautiful admit that even seasoned actors have moments of vulnerability. "It's nice to know they're human," wrote one fan on Twitter. "Sometimes we forget that behind the drama, the people on our screens are just like us, only with better hair and wardrobe." Romy herself finds the fan response heartwarming. "I didn't share it for attention," she explained. "I shared it because it was a real, human moment that made me laugh, even in the middle of chaos. And it's nice that fans appreciate that honesty. It's part of the journey, part of what makes this job so unique." Interestingly, the fainting incident has also become something of a legend on set. Other cast members and crew have joked about it, creating a running gag that lightens the mood during grueling filming days. "Every time I walk on set, someone will whisper, 'Remember your first day,'" Romy said, laughing. "It's become a little badge of honor, in a weird way. If you survive the first day, you can survive anything." The pressure of soap opera fame. Romy's story is not just a humorous anecdote, it's also a reminder of the pressures faced by actors in daytime television. Soap operas have a unique production style that differs drastically from primetime shows. With multiple episodes airing each week, actors must maintain consistency, emotional authenticity, and stamina over long stretches. Mistakes are magnified, and the pace is unforgiving. For Romy, the fainting incident served as a wake-up call. "It made me realize that I needed to pace myself, drink water, and listen to my body," she admitted. "I've learned a lot since that first day, but I'll always remember it as a hilarious and humbling moment that taught me something important about this job." Romy's rise. What's next on Bold and Beautiful? Despite the rough start, Romy Park has quickly found her footing on The Bold and the Beautiful. Her character, already a source of intrigue and drama, is set to become central to several upcoming storylines. Rumors suggest intense rivalries, romantic entanglements, and emotional confrontations that will test her range as an actor. Fans are eagerly anticipating how she will navigate the treacherous waters of Forrester Creations, and insiders hint that her chemistry with certain established cast members will be explosively entertaining. Romy herself is embracing the challenge. "I'm ready for it," she said with determination. "Every day is a learning experience, And I love being part of a show with such a rich legacy. If passing out on the first day was the initiation, then I think I've officially joined the family. A lesson in humanity and humor. Romy Park's candid admission reminds us all that even in the glitzy, polished world of soap operas, actors are human. They stumble, they laugh, they faint, and they recover, often with a story that fans can't get enough of. It's okay to be imperfect, Romy said. And it's okay to laugh at yourself. That's what makes this job fun, and that's what makes the show real. Behind the drama and the fashion, there's a lot of humanity, and sometimes that humanity hits the floor. For fans of the bold and the beautiful, Romy's first day experience adds a new layer of appreciation for what goes on behind the cameras. The next time viewers see her character navigating emotional turmoil, romantic entanglements, or workplace scheming, they might just remember the moment when Romy and her co-star both passed out. A testament to the intensity, dedication, and heart that fuels the world of daytime drama. In a business often associated with glitz and glamour, Romy Park's story is a refreshing reminder. Even soap stars have their vulnerable, hilarious, and unforgettable moments. And as she continues to make her mark on the bold and the beautiful, fans can rest assured that her journey, both on screen and behind the scenes, will be one to watch, laugh at, and celebrate for years to come. Conclusion: the beauty behind the bold. Romy Park's journey from a first-day fainting incident to becoming a rising star on The Bold and the Beautiful is emblematic of the dedication, humor, and resilience required in the world of daytime television. It's a story of vulnerability transformed into strength and chaos turned into camaraderie. And as she continues to navigate the complex dynamics of Forrester Creations, one thing is clear. Romy has already left an indelible mark on the show and on the hearts of fans who appreciate the very human side of soap opera stardom. In the end, her story isn't just about fainting on the first day, it's about embracing the challenge, finding humor in adversity, and forming bonds that last far longer than any single scene. For Romy Park, and for fans of the bold and the beautiful, it's a lesson that every day on set is an adventure. And sometimes, those adventures are just as dramatic and memorable off-screen as they are on. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAU to YevUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.